roadside, and I was always very happy to be amongst them. So holding our flags and waving when the president passes.
You actually had the honor of seeing the Osajifo himself, and what did it feel standing there and seeing the man Osajifo, you know, inspect a parade that you were very much a part of?
Yes, because you have been brought up to believe that he's the first gentleman of the land. And to see the first gentleman of the land, you become a bit very, very happy in your life. You write a story about yourself, one page in your life.
That's right. And Commander, you was telling us about the inspection of the parade. The president, of course, is doing that in the company of his ceremonial aide-de-camp, the IGP and the CDS.
Yes. And then we also have the Forces Sergeant Major. He is in the second vehicle, and he's the person of Chief Warrant Officer Baka Ramos. He's a senior, most senior other Ghana Armed Forces. He's the most senior of all. Yes.
Okay. And so now we see the president actually inspecting the parade. What is it?
It's purely ceremonial. It's purely ceremonial. And like you all shared, I'm sure if you're on parade and you saw the president drive past so close, you'll be excited.
True.
So it's purely ceremonial. But in the unit, it's for other reasons. It's meant to check your turnout from head to toe. And also parade in general are meant to test your endurance because it's physically asking to stand in for hours and stuff. But this inspection is purely ceremonial.
And have you had the privilege of being inspected by a president?
Oh yes, I have. I think this was in 2001. I was a contingent commander, and it was, in fact, the excitement is beyond description. And then when Ghana...
Commander, this is what I've been waiting for. I mean, okay, so the president has driven past the security agencies. Now you see him driving past in front of some very young school children and students. And this is what I was asking Selikem and Teacher Katanka about. The feeling that many of these students will take home simply cannot be described by words. For many of them, this is it. And they have been rehearsing for weeks just for this particular occasion.
And I'm sure this may be the closest a child will come to see the president his entire life.
And that's
so it's very, very special.
It's one of the significance of decentralizing the national parade, the national celebration of occasions such as these, the Independence Day of Ghana. This is the 63rd Independence Parade, and if you just joined us, this is GTV, and the commentary position with my colleague Selikem Akolache. Okay, so we are getting ready for the lighting of the perpetual flame.
Symbol of the spirit of independence. It reminds us of our responsibility to keep the spirit of nationalism alive. The salute of God are commanded by Warrant Officer Class 2 at Bashisa Officer Class 2 at Shiapong. The Ghana Air Force Guard, the Sergeant Abeyen Otsnell. The Police Guard, the Sergeant Ibrahim Nazar.
All right, so the lighting of the perpetual flame, it's one of the very significant ceremonies here.
Exactly. And the lighting of the perpetual flame is a symbol of the spirit of independence. It's also meant to awaken our spirit as individuals and as Ghanaians to uphold patriotism, nationalism. Anything that you do that does not promote the welfare of Ghana would have to desist from it and uphold only things that will move Ghana forward as a country.
And there we have it, the perpetual flame. And there is the playing of a sound I'm very familiar with, to have been coming from the military. And there we have it. The president has lighted the perpetual flame. And that's...
meant to rekindle the flame that individuals need as Ghanaians to ensure that they do the right thing so that our nation, Ghana, can move forward. So we need to be constantly reminded.
And the crowd here going ecstatic. They simply cannot control their excitement to be a part of this. For many of these people, this is the first time.
And in your shot now, we have the Air Force towing the Ghana flag as the perpetual flame is lighted. You know, the flag is a spirit of Ghana. When you go anywhere, you are holding the flag. You don't have to introduce yourself. You tell everybody where you are made from. So just as the perpetual flame is lighted, the flag is to remind us of our commitment to Mother Ghana, to ensure that we progress as a people.
Everybody else is seeing the beauty of what has just happened. I am looking at the hard work behind the scenes that made this happen. It would have taken a lot of practice, a lot of rehearsal, and the timing was so perfect that as soon as the perpetual flame was lighted, the chopper with the just showed up in the air, waving the Ghana flag around. It's a sight to behold. The hard work, precision.
Exactly. And rehearsal is the only way you can get it right.
If you're watching us from wherever you are not at the Baba Yara Stadium right now, just over our heads at the moment, we can feel the vibration of the chopper as it flies over our heads from the position where we are bringing you commentary. You need to be here right now to have a feel of the excitement here. Our cameras will try to bring you all the reactions from the stands like we're doing now, but the emotions, you simply have to be here to feel it. Ashanti region, Kumasi is blessed to have this ceremony come to them, and you can see it for yourselves. Everyone is excited here.
And as we celebrate and are excited, we should not forget that we need to keep our spirits of nationalism alive. Sometimes when you walk into town, you wonder whether we really love our nation. Filth has engulfed us, and so we need to remind ourselves, anything that draws us back, we have to desist from it.
And now that the perpetual flame has been lighted, but there are other activities that the president will be engaging in. The ceremony will continue from here. Senator, are we able to let our audience know exactly what's coming up from here, and then we'll prepare them for it as we proceed with the coverage.
We're going to see the security services selected groups, including representatives of all the 16 regions. If you update the 60 regions now, and of course the Nation Builders Co-op, forestation groups, and other banners. We are also going to see the march passed by the veterans, as the Veterans Administration Ghana. We'll see a cultural display, gymnastics by the Ghana Armed Forces, physical training school. It
is important, Senekem, to talk about the Veterans Administration Ghana and the members. This is a group that was formed following the riots in 1948, the Crossroads shooting in 1948 that got 3 soldiers who had returned from the Second World War, who had gone there to fight. They returned, and the compensation that was due them was not given to them. And when they were going to the castle to demand for these compensations, 3 of them were killed on the spot. We were made to understand that a lot more of them died later from wounds they received on that occasion. We have Teacher Kantaka here. When the time permits us, we will allow Teacher to give us a bit of that history. She just talked about the fact that, and we'll be seeing them pretty shortly, the veterans who returned from the war, 1948. Largely, it is believed that it was that single incident that sparked off the true attainment of independence, and got Osajifo and JB Dankwa and everybody else who had a hand in Ghana's attainment of independence at the time to wake up and begin to actually push for the final shot to be given.
Yeah, that is very true. What happened after they had been shot, and 23 of them were also severely wounded, and this sparked general looting and misunderstanding everywhere. So this actually made the government of that day, that is the British government, understand that there is something heavier coming from the sky, so that they have to prepare. And this, again, made the civilians also engage in a lot of demonstrations.
We'll get back to that as we proceed with the coverage of this event. But Commander, you tell us, so now we're about to see the what's the next thing? Telecam, you have all the details about the program, and then we'll proceed from there. We currently find pleasantries being exchanged by some of the high-profile dignitaries who are here. Of course, the president's paying some courtesies to Otumfo, the Speaker of Parliament, and the other invited guests who are here, and we have already informed you. Seated to the right side of the president, standing there right now, is the guest of honor for the 63rd Independence Day celebration, who is the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, and to his right is his spouse who came along with him. So we're about to see the march past now.
The Ghana Armed Forces and the security services will march off to pave way for the pupils and the students to march, as well as the other groups. And after that, we'll have the gymnastics and other cultural performances. It is after that that the military.
So, by the right of big march.
Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the contingents from the Ghana Armed Forces and other security services will march off to make way for the march past by the school children, representatives of the Nation Builders Forum, civil society groups, and the Veterans Administration Ghana. To Madam Katanda Chimampofo, the Ghana Education Service Head of Public Relations, to continue with the march past by the basic and senior high schools.
Thank you very much, Captain Abena Dapua Dapa. Your Excellencies, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. The school's contingent from the Ghana Education Service were drawn from the Kumasi metropolis, Ofolikum, Kwalaso, and Asomarimam Municipal. The schools are made up of 5 senior high schools, 8 basic schools, and 1 vocational special school. The basic schools are the Luanga JHS, Waweso MAJHS, Urinyame MAJHS, CI Amadia JHSB, Tapo Pankrono MAJHSB, Nurse College Basic Aid, Odumase Extension, and Good Shepherd Junior High School.
So all the pupils and students who will be marching here are pupils and students who have been assembled from various schools in the Kumasi metropolis. They will be doing the march past. They have been rehearsing on these grounds for at least 5 weeks, and so we wait to see what they have to display to the rest of Ghana. It's the 63rd Independence Day in Ghana, and before we see the students come to march, and of course the GS is playing an active role in this. This is
the mass band.
The mass band.
Yes, and it's made up of the Armed Forces Central Band, the Army Band, the Navy Band, the Air Force Band, and the Police Band. So this is the mass band.
Okay, and I just wanted to find out from the traditional ruler's point of view here, how when you first heard that this year the ceremony was being taken to Kumasi, what was the reception like? How did you receive that news?